welcome. On our drawing, as you can see, this is a solid object having dimensions. We are going to draw orthographic views in first angle projection. That means that we are going to have the front looking at us as the first view. Now at the end elevation will come on the left because we are viewing it from the right, and then our plan will fall below the front. That is how we draw views in first angle projection. And therefore, for us to draw the front and the end elevation on one line, we have to consider the dimensions that are going to lie on that line. The first dimension is this one, which is the long is 70 plus some space. We can take off 10, and then the longest one is this one on the end elevation. So the end elevation is 70 plus some 10 or 15 or any distance that you would use plus some 70. It's totaling to around 150. So first of all, we shall draw a straight line where we are going to put all those distances on. Now on this baseline, as you can see, I want to take my starting point from here, so I will have to measure my this one we are drawing the front, but I'll have to measure my 70, and 70 comes here, plus some 10 millimeter from the starting point where we start measuring 70. We can call it now the point where the end elevation will start from, and the end elevation is again 70, so we come and put it here. This is 70. So of course in total it's 70 plus 10 plus 70. This is where we have 70. Now let's draw our front elevation. You see, with set square and this square, we can draw the vertical sides. You can have this. And this. Now what we want to draw on the front is this circular semicircular part, and then this circle and this strip here. It's what will appear on our front elevation. The circle will appear, and this surface, that is semicircular, and this base. So we can have our 10 millimeter above the base, and 10 millimeter is somewhere here. Of course, once we have our 10 millimeter, we can have to draw that line, straight line. This line actually is where we are going to have our semicircle drawn. So we can have this line. Now on that line, we establish the center point where we shall have our 45, that 5 centimeter semicircle, because the semicircle its diameter is 70. So our radius automatically becomes that 5. Now the midpoint is, because this is 70, that center point is that 5. So we stand at that 5, then we make, or we draw an arc. This arc is a semicircle. Now this semicircle here, we have drawn it. Now we need to know where we are going to have now this circle. This circle is that 5 inwards and then 25 above. So again, we can measure 25 above from the base, So we draw it, 25, here is 25. So the center point is here. We just use your T-square again. We bring that line from that point where we have 25 inwards. at 5. At that 5 again, we can have our vertical line. This is actually giving us the center line for the circle. The circle itself is 10 millimeter radius, so we measure 10 millimeter. And then we draw that circle. We have gotten the center, so we measure 10 and we draw it. We are actually drawing that circle. That measures 10 in radius. So this is the circle. We have drawn it. Now, as you can see, this one has been drawn, this has been drawn, this space has been, we are through with our plan. Now we are going our front. Now we are going to draw our end on this other side, as from this point. Now the end measures 70. We have already measured that. Now our vertical height, this strip that looks U, this part is from here up to somewhere there, then from there to there. Actually, the vertical height, we are going to use these distances to give us the height. Like if you see the semicircle, its center is here, and semicircle itself is that 5. So that 5 plus 10 gives us the total, and this one is 10 plus that 5, which is 45 as the vertical height. I repeat, from here up to here is that 5. From here up to here is that 5. From here up to here, this is 10. So 10 plus that 5 gives us the vertical height, which is 45. So we measure 45 vertically above from the base. So we are going to draw these lines again on which we shall measure 45. Okay, now we measure 45. So our end is from there, somewhere there. So we are going to complete. Drawing the end from there. We can as well complete this line first, because it's very hard to meet that. And also complete this other one. Now we are going to join that. So we join this construction line. Now this is 45. So we want to draw a strip, and the strip is 10 millimeter in thickness. We just carry our 10 millimeter. And we put it here, 10 millimeter strip, and we put it here. So this one here, we can now complete our 10 millimeter. There it goes. Of course, we shall include this other side. 10 millimeter. Of course, the same 10 millimeter will be somewhere there. Sorry. So we draw it. We bring it here. We complete it. Okay, now we have drawn our 10 mm this strip. We bring now back our circle, because we shall see this circle and this one on the front as hidden elevation. This one we can bring it using construction lines or projection lines. So we project from the circular part on the front elevation to back to our end elevation, and here it is. We shall have it projected, being projected from the end, from the front. So we also project this. Okay. So we have projected that. Now, once we have done that, we want to draw our plan. Our plan, as you can see, it's going to take part of the going to show us this, the base, and this other one. So just project. How do you project lines? We again have your T-square drawn, set, then you bring your set square on top. You project this line because the plan is going to be drawn below the front. So in the first angle projection, project this line again, project this. You continue projecting, again project this other one. We're actually projecting the lines downwards because we want to draw our plan. Now, this is our projected lines. On this part, we are going to transfer this 10 millimeter, because we started from here. So our plan again will start from there. This is what you call projection. We project so that it starts from there. Now again, from there, we are going to draw this and this. It appears like a rectangle. Again, its height is 70. So we are going to measure 70 downwards. So we draw this line again. This straight line, we draw it. Then we measure 70. So we bring our 70. We bring it here. We bring it. Okay. Those lines still have to continue. Then we can now draw this line again. Okay. Because now this is going to be on our plan. Now we have drawn the whole of it. We now include the 10 from the top, from the side, one side and another side. So we have our 10. We bring 10 here, and then we also bring 10 this side. So we are going to have them drawn. This is 10. And then again, this other side, this is 10. Now, equally, we are going to view this circle, as hidden details on this strip of 10. So we can project from our front, so that we have the circular part. So this is how we project we are projecting from here. So from top you project, it comes, it forms that hidden details, it comes again, it forms that hidden detail. Then this other side again, it comes downwards, project it, projecting, it forms that hidden detail. If you're using a 3H pencil, you can draw it so little, I don't want them to be so much visible. Now from here we are going now to complete our drawing, so that now this is going to be a hidden detail. Hidden detail can be drawn with broken lines. It's going to be a hidden detail. This is going to be a hidden detail. This one is also going to be a hidden detail. This line is going to be visible. This one is going to be visible. And these sides are going to be visible. These faces, rectangular faces, are going to be visible. We just join those points that are visible. Then this one visible, this one visible, this one visible. Of course the circular part is visible. We can use a French curve to join. This one here is going to be, let's see, on the end elevation and the okay. So we are going to have this one visible, visible, and then visible, and then up to there. And then we bring this, then this top, this one here, and our circle as hidden detail. Then this one hidden detail. Okay, this one again, so we projected hidden detail. Then this one is also hidden detail. That's what we are going to see as our views. Now the reason as to why we are saying it's projection, this distance here is this. You can still project it if you want, so that if you have this one here, you can still bring it without measuring. Okay, it's just projection. If you want to bring this part, it's just projected the way we projected this point here. We can as well project, so you can measure, or we just use projection lines to come up with this. So as you can see, we have done the whole drawing as it was. We have drawn the front, the end elevation on the left, and the top as the plan, and that is what you need to have as your drawings. You can include the dimensions using the normal procedure of dimensioning, but for today let's just have the views drawn, then be able to understand how to place them in first angle projection, and also to be able to project lines. Thank you very much for attending my class, and I want to request you to subscribe to the channel, so that if in case we add any more content, you can easily access it, because you will be notified earlier. Have a nice day.